So that's where I camped. And then that's the outhouse up there. More on that later. People camped there. People camped off to my left over here. And then folks I camped with or talked to the other day over here. I talked to them last night also. Bye, little campsite. I got words about this garbage. I'll tell you guys later about that. Whose poops is that?
So that's the cable car down there. Shoots across these lines when the river is too high. It is not, and there looks to be hopefully stepping stones adequate for me. You'll see what we're up against. It's going to be, I think, 7 ladders all the way up that hillside. This water, so clear and beautiful. So this is a cable car platform. So it's got the pulley and it's got the 2 ropes that lead to the basket. You just pull. So this was really smooth, but I guess when you're in it, it's much harder to pull. And when you're in it, you make the rope droop. It's the second half. It's like you're going uphill. And on that note, here we are at the bottom of the first of 7 ladders up. What a way to start the morning, eh? Number 2. Okay. Number 3. Sometimes things like this are not confidence inspiring. But I'm sure it's fine. Wink, wink. Here we go. 4. 5. Starting to get a little tired. Not too bad though. Luckily, this next one, little baby one. And here is 6. Little guy. Here's number 7. 6 and 7 were both child's play. We got it. You know, I at first thought the permit price was pretty steep, but when you look at these boardwalks and ladders, the decay is very rapid. And there's boardwalks everywhere to try and keep you out of the mud. But I think that they can't even keep up with them fast enough. And wood isn't cheap, but I appreciate all the work they do. I've done trail building. It's a lot of work. Spots like this are tricky because this goes deep. And that log, while it may not look like it in the video, is far enough away that that is a leap of faith. I don't like anything where I'm gonna have a lot of motion coming into it because that's probably slicker than snot. Wow, I've been on this boardwalk for a while and it keeps going. Definitely do more than 1 kilometer an hour when you're on this stuff. When you're in those mud pits though, it is slow going. This goes on for days. Kilometer 57. Yeah, see, we've already done 1 kilometer. That's pretty good. Muddy section, but this boardwalk, wow, check this out. This is beautiful. Holy mackerel. It feels so solid. It's so beautiful. And it smells good too. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. That is nice. Dang. This is really nice. It's kind of, suspension bridges are kind of creepy because, you know, they definitely have given. This is not how I'd want to die, but luckily it's new. It's a long way down. This bridge is massive. So to not get muddy, this is what I'm dealing with. So you have various things in the mud that you can step on, but your brain has to figure out how to link them all together in a thorough way to make it to the boardwalk. My brain gets tired doing this hours after hours. That is the perk to I was talking to these two guys last night at camp and saying that is the perk to having a buddy with you. Because they were talking about how on the route to Owen Point, scrambling across the big boulders, how they would get tired of route finding and they were trading off because they were just like brain tired from doing that. And I was saying that's like my biggest learning on a trail like that was there's nobody to hand it over to. So here's a good one so you can see how deceptive this might be. Look how deep that is. That goes down about a foot. The foot went down about a foot. So you just have to be careful where you're stepping. Kilometer 53, which I believe is the marker for Walbran. Okay. And what would be a campsite if there weren't a set of ladders to descend to it? Oh yeah. 3 sets. 3 sets on down. Nope, I think I messed up. I can go across that. So let's go check, because I could tell this is shallow, like I could just ford the river, but over there it gets really dark, the water all of a sudden, so I don't think I can cross it. Let's go down here. So camping for Walbran, you can camp all in here. Yeah, we're about 25 minutes beyond low tide, so that's pretty good timing. So all of that is cut off because the tide's out. So I am later than I wanted to be hitting here. I do have to get through this section and the next section ideally are during certain time windows because they are tidal. So I have to be a little careful on this. There are for sure slippery sections. This is much nicer than mud though, I'll tell you what. So there is a little bit of a situation here. There's a fire that has started to rage not far from where I parked my van. They're advising people to coming to the trail to not park down there and not travel the highway there. My plan is I'm hiking further today than I planned. Tomorrow I'll hit the crab shack, which is very expensive to leave by way of the crab shack. But if I need to, that's what I'll do. Anyway, so that's trying to enjoy all of this out here, but that is weighing heavy on me. So we'll see how this goes. See the little crabby guy in there? Got Mr. Krabby in there. Don't really have time to tide pool, so I'm gonna have to keep on trucking, but it's cool out here. Really cool. Bald eagle, guys. Bald eagle. That was cool. Tide is definitely coming up. Gotta keep on trucking before this tide comes all the way up. So unfortunately, I had a trekking pole casualty. Yeah, I'm down to 1 trekking pole. Not good. Love rocks like that. They call that one Bonsai Tree Island. No, they don't. I just made that up. Little stormy today. I'm gonna just cross right there. So, taking my shoes off. This is gonna be cold, guys. Kind of trying to watch the swells. I missed my shot. There was just right before this, there was like nothing. I didn't show it because I was making a run for it. There's a definite ebb and flow. Like, you gotta wait for the sets to clear. Figure out just leave my shoes off, eh? It's a bit foggy out there, but there is a lighthouse there. It's like a little natural breaker here. So I've been walking along the beach barefoot, which has been amazing. My feet are pretty sore on the bottoms. It was amazing to walk in the water because it felt like I was icing it. Highly recommend doing the creek crossing barefoot at Walbran Creek and then just remaining barefoot for a while. We'll end up at Cribs for the night. That's our camp spot. I do anticipate this to be a busy camp spot because for anyone going to, say, the Crab Shack, this would be the final stop that you can make. It's been a good day, but it like overcast all day. But I will say the positive, glasses half full statement on the overcast, is walking along the set of beach. The photos would be spectacular if you had amazing skies, either bluebird skies or amazing sunshine with the clouds, but it would be hot. I think the weather's supposed to go downhill from here, but we'll see what we end up with. My hopes and dreams were crushed just now. Poop. There's the person that runs the shack, but she said she's not open. She was working on the trail or something. It's kind of adorable, and I'm even more crushed now. Oh, I would totally spend an hour or more sitting there. Wow, I just love the property here. Oh, it's so cool. Oh. Wow. Oh. Now I wish it was open even more. Poopy caca. That was really tough to get up here. Life is way less awesome with one trekking pole, but I'm getting there and just slower. Okay, this has to be where we duck into the woods. There you have it. Another ladder. We got this. It's like a really cool seafoam green. Okay, up one and up two more. Bridge 81, and there's steps, not a ladder. So, trekking pole's busted and I'm in a forest, so you'd think I could find a walking stick. Nope. This whole section is muddy. It's really not working for me with one pole. So I got to chatting with these guys on the trail that were going the other way. And I was telling them my woes about my trekking pole because I was coming through mud and I was so slow and they were like waiting for me. So then I had to, somehow felt like I had to justify my slowness about my trekking pole drama. Started to walk away and then one of them comes running up and they had just found this stick off to the side of the trail somewhere. So they were just seeing if I could use it. So I pulled off, had a bunch of branches sticking off the sides. So I pulled those off. It could be a little bit shorter, but see if I could break off the end. Or I'm gonna take this to camp, but I'm gonna work on my trekking pole and see if I can get a patch job. And if I can't, then I'm gonna work on this stick and get it a little bit somehow cleaned up to be my hiking thing. But rain's coming in a couple days, so that's gonna change the mud situation. We'll see. We'll see. That was so nice of them, though. I'm so glad I like shared my woes with them. I'm just gonna be the weird girl walking down the beach with a stick like this. Okay. I just stepped on it. I was a little worried about stepping on it because it might break in the wrong spot, but I did a good job. Now I look a little more respectable. Maybe respectable isn't the right word. That's my new walking setup, guys. I just read those are called sea stacks. I didn't realize that. Sea stacks, sea stacks. Whoa, I swear I just saw like 2 little otters go into the water. Oh, can you see them? Oh my gosh! Seals, otters, what was that? They were little guys and they just came from the shore. Look how cute they are! Did I tell you guys about my outhouse drama? I can't remember. This reminded me seeing their little black dome. I was just going pee in the outhouse last night when I got to camp. And do I even want to tell the story? So next to me is this bag of like cedar. You put a scoop of it after you use the toilet. Anyways, so there was a bag of the cedar next to the toilet, and this little head popped itself up right next to the bag. Scared the life out of me. I jumped up off the toilet and panicked. I have no clue to this very moment. I still have no clue what animal that was. But it happened so fast, and I let out a squeal. I gasped. I said, "Ah!" And I gasped, and then no sooner had I done that, the little dome popped right back down. And I don't know if it was still back behind there. I didn't look. I got too terrified. I couldn't even pee anymore because I was so scared. Then I had to also use another wet wipe to clean the toilet seat because then I peed on it. Probably TMI, but it's the truth. And so then I got out of there as fast as humanly possible. And then I had to pee in the woods from then on because I refused to go in that outhouse. I have no idea what critter that was, but I'd rather pee in the woods where I'm have my head on a swivel and expecting it. Peeing in that outhouse and having a critter in there, it felt like I was literally caught with my pants down, cornered in a locked room. So yeah, now I'm scared to use all the outhouses. There was a lot of trash on the ground outside the outhouse. I think what people are doing is they're throwing their garbage down the toilet. There's a lot of reasons that's a bad idea. It's attracting critters. So I think that whatever vermin was in there with me, it's because they're eating it. And there was even the mesh on the outside of the building, which I'm sure is for ventilation. It was all torn up and chewed through, and it's because critters are smelling the garbage people are putting down there. So irresponsible. It makes me so annoyed. Yeah. Plus, then I have a little critter popping up 12 inches from, maybe 18 inches from my tuchus. Yeah. So now I'm gonna have to think about these outhouses, think twice about them. But on that note, look at these cute little feet prints from those little guys. Ah, they were so cute. Both of them just scurried right in there. So I guess this gets called the squeaky sand beach. You won't be able to hear it, but it's really weird. Whatever it has to do with the rocks that made the sand, or the size of the granules, or whatever, it makes funny little squeaky noises when you're walking on it. Whoa, Can you see that? What is going on out there? Whoa. Wow. Tried to splint it with a stick. It's not working. There's just too much flex. And the carbon is just splintering everywhere.
Whoa.
Super excited for this.